American Airlines Center in downtown Dallas. Pretty building. Very nice area. They were emptying out after a 10-point Mavericks win. Our Heat Live postgame presented by Verizon. You're invited. Thanks for joining the party. Mavericks defeat the Heat tonight by 10. They split the regular season series. The Heat won at home. The Mavericks tonight win at home. We welcome you in. Eric Reed with the point guard, John Crotty. These two teams each won a championship on the other's floor, but tonight, this year, both teams winning on their home court. We'll hear what Coach Spo has to say about what was a frustrating game for the Heat. They got close. They couldn't get over the hump. John Crotty, Amy Audibert, they'll give you their take on tonight's game. You'll hear from the Heat players from the locker room and from the podium here in Dallas. Well, Eric Spoelstra said before the game, it's not just about scoring points, it's about winning games. And, John, for the second game in the last 9 days, Dallas's defense has found a way to slow Miami down.
Yeah, you used the word frustrating. I think that's a great description of what we saw tonight. This Dallas team did an excellent job, as well as anyone we've seen, of running Miami off of those three-point shots where they couldn't get comfortable. They couldn't get space. Going to the rim. They were funneling the offensive players right to a shot blocker, either Gafford or Anthony Davis inside, and again running them off the line. So there were no easy shots for Miami. We just saw them really struggle to try to get anything going. The pace was not Miami's pace. It was slower. It was more deliberate. The fast break game actually was coming off turnovers, and Dallas wound up winning that at the end of the day. So, I think that was a really interesting dynamic. This team, Dallas, finding a way to score really different ways to be able to compete and hang in.
I'm not just saying this. I think Dallas is a better team than their 8-15 record says they are. They've been injury bitten, and they've solved a major problem with his rookie point guard in Ryan Nembhard. He had a 15-point, 13 assists, 1 turnover game. Davion Mitchell, by the way, 9 assists without a turnover. You appreciate good point guard play, great point guard play when you see it. Let's take a look at our game summary from this 118-108 victory for Dallas. And here it comes. Started off without Norman Powell, missing the game with a sprained ankle. Pelle Larsson started in his place. Larsson finished with just 4 points in 23 minutes. Heat were held to a season low, just under 40% shooting. Dallas erupted in the second quarter, outscoring the Heat by 15. They put up 36 points in that quarter. Nembhard with 11 in the quarter, the rookie undrafted point guard who's now a starter. Here was a big story in the game. Tyler Herro, Johnny, had 20 points in the first half on 8 of 12 shooting. A scoreless second half on 0 for 5.
Yeah, just couldn't get in a rhythm. He not really doing much to crack him open either. It's very strange to see Tyler be in such good rhythm offensively and not really have opportunities in that second half.
So just under 40%, the Heat's worst field goal percentage game this year. They wound up 11 of 37 from 3. That's under 30%. They got out rebounded by 9 in the game, even though Kel'el Ware had a 22-point, 10-rebound double-double. Ware coming up with his 9th double-double this season. He had 15 as a rookie. So the Heat just didn't have enough without Norman Powell tonight to get over the hill for Dallas. We got our second look this year in person for the number 1 pick in last June's draft, Cooper Flagg. Listen, the guy turns 19 later this month. John, he shows incredible, cool, calm, and poise. I was amazed that Jason Kidd left him in the game when he picked up his 3rd foul early in the second quarter. He did not commit a foul the rest of the game.
Well, he's just so comfortable off the dribble. I thought that's what I learned watching this game. He's at his best going to the rim, using that athleticism and length at 6'8". But he's got a nice mid-range game, too. His ability to pull up, to have some touch. He's not a catch-and-shoot three-point shooter. That'll come with time. But his natural instincts are really good. His ability to handle going right or left and finish around the basket or in that mid-range game was certainly on display tonight.
It'd be a lot easier for Cooper Flagg if he had Kyrie Irving playing with him, but at least he was alongside Anthony Davis. His tall and talented counterpart finished with 17 points and 17 rebounds. He also blocked 3 shots in the game. So give credit to Dallas. They got it done defensively. They got it done on the glass, and they got it done with their timely offense tonight. When we come back, you'll hear from Heat head coach Eric Spoelstra.
Jason Jackson alongside Amy Alderbert courtside. Time now for the Baptist Health postgame press conference. Here's Spo.
Eric, do you take out of this the fortitude to hang with it when shots weren't coming, or a disappointment of being in that position?
I felt like it was an opportunity that slipped for us to be able to have that gratification of winning a game where we weren't making shots. We made a good comeback there at the end, but through 3 quarters, there was more discouragement from our missed shots that was affecting our concentration level and resolve defensively. Particularly, in that second quarter and then probably through 7 or 8 minutes of that third quarter, that's where we really pride ourselves in being able to hold the fort, find a different way, a different solution, just buckling down, concentrating and defending the way we're capable of. Not to say that we would have gotten stops, but we had several breakdowns, and then you could feel our lack of resolve from the discouragement of missing shots. And we had a rough night shooting the basketball, but that's going to happen in this league, and you still have opportunities to find a way to win. And I think that that was an opportunity that was missed. It would have been a really gratifying win to find a way to get the job done.
Was it just missing shots, or was it Dallas again keeping you in the mud and holding you down?
It's both. It's not just us, missing shots. First half, our spacing was a little bit jammed up, and against a good defense like that, and particularly at the rim, they do a great job with their bigs of protecting, at the rim. If your spacing's not right, you're going to be bumping into each other. And it took us a while to get our spacing appropriate because we had good drives in the first half, but we were running right into each other. And then that started to get cleaned up a little bit, and then we missed some open looks. But, Dallas is a very good defensive team, so you do have to credit them.
Tyler, 20 first half points, no second half points. Something he did, something they did to him. Why?
Well, they were in the zone a lot, so, it has to – you have to have the right execution a lot of times. There was a segment where they finally went back to man, and I probably could have done a better job getting the group organized, to get him some space and places where he could operate. But it was that kind of game. Both teams were jumping in and out of zone, out of man. So you just kind of had to play out of principles, and we didn't do a phenomenal job of playing out of those principles.
Khalil certainly had his moments, but he had some other moments. How do you sort of get him to shake those, or is that just a young second-year player?
That's part of the process. He's learning, and he's putting in the time. He's been dedicated with it, and that's the deal in this league. You're being fed through a fire hose when you're a young player, and you're learning how all these little detail things impact winning. And there's these swing moments, that can be so important throughout the course of the game. But he did some good things. So we'll focus on that, and then we'll continue to develop him on all those finer details.
And then lastly, Drew Smith and just what he does almost played himself to exhaustion.
Yeah.
But how important and helpful was it to make it a game for you guys?
Yeah, he's really unique. He's a league leader in steals, per 36. He has an uncanny ability. First of all, just think about how crazy that statement is. Mm-hmm. Leading this association in steals. But he does it in a much different way than most. do it. He just has really good hands. He has great anticipation. He can kind of feel, when guys are going to put the ball out there or pass. And when you put him in the zone, that's when he can be particularly disruptive. Thank you.
Baptist Health post-game press conference with Erik Spoelstra breaking down how you learn from these moments where it feels like you're breaking down. It felt like there was just an opportunity late in that 6-0 run in under a minute by Dallas, and it just got away. Let's talk about one of the reasons why, and that is the two-way point guard for Dallas, Mr.
Starting point guard.
Ryan Nembhard.
And that was not at the end of the game. This was the second quarter. Yeah. Miami was a minus 15. 36-21 was the score in the second quarter. And Ryan Nembhard played all but 6 seconds of that second quarter. So there is a common denominator, and is that man right there. As far as I'm concerned, Jax, he's a two-way because he's listed at 6 feet. I said that earlier. Look at the way that he plays and the confidence and composure that he brings. He had 15 points on the night, but 11 of them came in that second quarter alone. His teammates love playing with them because he doesn't force, he doesn't push. He just plays the game the way it's supposed. That pass was incredible. Right into Clay's pocket. He didn't have to move. That's why his teammates love playing with him. He sets them up for success. I thought he came over and changed the tenor of this game. And unfortunately, the Miami Heat were just kind of chasing for the rest of the night and just couldn't get over that hump.
How about that 23-1 assist to turnover ratio of these last couple games? Both wins for Dallas by Nembhard. Andrew's little brother playing big.
His feet are incredibly quick. Listen, there is not too many guys that are able to evade Davion from the perimeter quickly, and it didn't happen all the time, but there were times where we're going, ooh, well, we haven't seen that much. And amazing that this guy is an undrafted two-way player. What a find for the Dallas Mavericks.
Tyler Herro had a bit of a night. He was really the top scorer for the early portion of this game, settling things down as they seemed to be getting away at the same time.
And there was a three late that was halfway down and popped out from Tyler Herro. And if that one fell, you kind of felt maybe this one may have gone a different direction. But for Tyler, this is part of it, right? You just want to see him continue to find his spots. We call him marksman for a reason. I mean, it comes from so many different ways. And there was a certain point in this game where he was just kind of it felt like he was playing completely to his own speed and he had complete control of the game. So more of that would be very beneficial for everybody moving forward.
He had the Dallas Mavericks defense full attention in the second half of this game after dropping 20 in the first half. Let's head to the locker room and listen to Mr. Herro break it all down.
Overall, obviously being without Norm, you had a chance to be a little bit more of a focus, and you seem to seize that more in the first half tonight. Is there still sort of an ongoing process with that for you guys as far as acclimating, especially against teams that try to get it, like Coach says, in the mud?
Yeah, we just got to get out and transition a little bit more, get the ball out, and play faster.
And then when you look at it, the way you guys shot threes on Monday versus today, were they just not going down, or was it not the same quality of looks in your view?
Dallas does a good job of keeping us, off the 3-point line, making things tough. They stay home, so it's just different than last game.
Even before you came back, zone was an issue. It's a different defense to play against. Obviously, if the other team they can get set in the zone. Is that something you guys still feel you have to work on, or do you feel that even then you were getting the looks you wanted?
I think we were getting the looks we wanted. Just we got to be better defensively.
And the second half comeback and just what some guys did, especially Drew, and pushing his way back. What does that say that even when shots aren't going, when they're clogging the game, getting it in the mud, there you were still 4 or 5 point game late?
Yeah, we can still win games when shots aren't falling. It's not, all offense. We can figure out ways to win, when things aren't going our way.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Time for the good Greek move of the game. That man had 6 of those. No, he had 6 of those. What am I doing? He had 4 of those. 4 rips. That's just handed out steals tonight. And then down to the other end. Or 2 of his 10 points right there.
Oh, Miami made a push to get back in the game. I thought it was Jaime who really ignited things on both ends. And it's the score to the finish. He had some really quick spins tonight. He shot 3 for 10 from the field. It's going to happen, but he willed his ways to some great opportunities.
Jaime Jaquez Jr., 10 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and those 4 steals, minus the 2 I just wanted to hand out to him. More from Dallas. We'll wrap it up when we come back. The Mavs win. Papa John's final box score brought to you by, guess who? Papa John's. With Papa John's Papa Track, you'll know exactly when your pizza will arrive, so you'll never miss a shot. Look at that box score. Mercy.
It's crazy. I mean, here's the thing, Jax. The Miami Heat took 101 shots tonight. 101 shots. 83 paint touches. They're very good when they get to the paint 80-plus times, but they only converted on 39% of them, and there's the game right there.
First 3-game winning streak of the season for the Dallas Mavericks. Let's talk about Kel'el Ware. He did shine off the bench, scoring, rebounding, blocking, doing what he had to do. There's Kel'el right there. Thanks for stopping by in the middle of the conversation about the Kryptonian. He just slides on through.
And right to the paint. But wait, Kel'el, stop at the 3-point line.
How about that?
I will tell you something. When Kel'el's about to bang a three, he is ready. Like, watch. He has his target hands up. You kind of like, it's confidence. When you are a receiver and your hands are ready to shoot the ball. And as far as I'm concerned, like, that was a huge thing. I mean, he was getting the extra pass. His hands were up. He was one step ahead of it and knew he was going to get the ball. And so I understand the win's the most important thing. Absolutely, it's what you want. But when you look at his numbers tonight, too, that's a huge positive. 22 and 10. Against a great defensive team with a lot of length and size inside. 8 for 11 from the field, 4 for 5 from long range. And Kel'el just needs to continue to stack good games and good opportunities when they come to him.
4 or 5 from downtown, 22 points, 10 rebounds in the contest. Had a block and a steal in the mix as well. Finished with 22 off the bench in 25 minutes. Hitting 8 of 11 from downtown. I told you about the 4 money balls. Hope you're enjoying all the visuals on your screen. For every Miami Heat dunk this season, Morgan & Morgan will donate $100 to the Miami Heat Charitable Fund. I got 2 words for you right here, Amy. Hot bam.
Yeah, that was nice. And that had to feel good. I mean, hey, those ones have a very high chance of going in. They were smooth defense and, right at the rim. We'll take more of those anytime we can get them. And yeah, it's unfortunate. You get 101 shots at net. That's a lot. Like the Miami Heat, for context, the Miami Heat lead this association in field goal attempts a game at 93. They're certainly going to lead it after tonight. Yeah. Because they had 8 more. Oh, quick math.
I
studied sports in college.
Under duress with the alarms going off. We should probably get out of here.
Yeah. Sorry, Jackson. I'm having such a good time.
That's awesome. Place is on fire. We don't have monitors, lights, fire alarms going off. They play hockey in this joint. So long, Dallas. Once again, the final score. The Mavs win 118-108. This has been a presentation, clearly, of FanDuel Sports Network, your exclusive home for Miami Heat basketball. For Eric Reed, John Crotty, Amy Adelbert, and all our good friends in Miami Heat Broadcasting, I'm Jason Jackson. Thanks for watching, Heat Nation. At least you could. Good night.